This is my 15-year-old son, Jordan, and he's been using the iPhone 16e for the past week. Yes, he is taller than me. I'm going to ask him about the battery life, MagSafe, which it doesn't have, Apple Intelligence, Genmoji, and if he would choose this over a 15 Pro or his original 13. Okay, so you've been using it for a week. How does it feel like an upgrade from your, I know it's 3-year-old iPhone 13, yeah. But has it felt like an upgrade?
In some areas, especially like battery life, some speeds at home when I'm exporting a project from GarageBand or exporting some video from like CapCut or whatever to post on a YouTube channel or whatever.
Which he has a YouTube channel about skateboarding, which I'll link above and down below. So one of the things that I had the most problem with was MagSafe. And I know you use MagSafe all the time. Batteries, wallets, I use MagSafe. Have you felt any loss of MagSafe with the MagSafe case you have, or has it been fine?
I think it works basically the same. It's slower than my iPhone 13 charging, probably because it's not actually MagSafe. It's
right.
Just the case doing it. But I do notice it also gets way hotter. I picked it up from the charger one day and I was like, wow, I could cook an egg on that thing. And so I made sure like just to plug it in the rest of the time because I'm like, the battery health is probably going to degrade over time when it heats up charging.
True.
And so I haven't had to use MagSafe batteries because the battery life is better. I think I've been using it like maybe 2 hours and it's already 86%. So that's pretty good. Better than iPhone 13.
You keep your battery on, the number on the battery?
That's right.
I've given you a bunch of MagSafe batteries because you had to use them with the 13.
Yeah.
So you haven't used any with this?
None with this one.
And we even went to like a festival like all day one time. Do you remember what your battery was at the end of that day?
I think it was probably like 40 by the time we like started riding home. So it's way better battery life.
That's really good.
Yeah, the reason I keep the battery percentage on is for the 13. It's because it goes down so fast. Like
right.
Obviously I can see it, but once it hits like 23%, it starts to like drop super fast. And so I need to know.
Right.
It's at 23, slap a battery on there.
Yeah. So speed-wise, I know you don't do a ton of gaming on your phone. So processor-wise, any difference? Has Euchre been any faster as you're playing that?
I think it's basically the same.
But exporting GarageBand, you said it's faster.
Exporting GarageBand or like projects where I have to export it to a file center
right.
is a little bit faster, yeah.
Okay, so you have Apple Intelligence, which you didn't have before.
Yep.
You haven't had it on any device because you have an old iPad.
It's probably my oldest device besides the iPod.
Yes, I think it's the 9th generation. Don't judge me. Anyway, the Apple Intelligence. Have you used any Apple Intelligence features that you know of?
No.
Right. What about Genmoji? I have received Genmoji from you, so I know there's been Genmoji happening. Have you used that with anyone else besides me? Like, have you sent Genmojis out?
I've tried making Genmojis, but none of them are send-worthy. And it also takes a lot of experimenting. I would probably type in something and go through 13 of them and then be like, that one would be okay. But the first one I did was the pirate on the Stingray.
Yeah, that was good.
And so that one was like the one that was most accurate. But I know there's also like, I wanted a specific face and it just didn't generate it, or like generate a half mouth or something.
Yeah.
But most of the time it at least produces something.
Did you find that it gets warm when you're doing Genmoji?
I don't think it gets warm. I haven't also been using it for like hours at a time, or like
right.
15 minutes. I use it for like 5 minutes and like, oh, this didn't produce what I want. Now I'll just shut it off.
And did you try to generate images of yourself in image playgrounds?
Yeah, I did a few of them. I tried like 2 or 3 different scenes. I did like the first one was on the beach. One of them was on a stage. Maybe then I don't think I did a space one, but I tried to do like an astronaut or a pirate or whatever.
Okay, one of the other Apple Intelligence features was the smart replies, which you have now seen pop up like when you're texting people. Have you ever used those?
I have not used any of them because someone will ask me like, are you having a bad day or something like that? And the reply will just be, yes, I'm having a bad day. And when you tap it, it'll say you can report a concern, and one of them is like, it doesn't sound like me. I haven't actually reported that, but I would click that probably every time.
Because it just doesn't sound like you.
Nothing sounds like me, no.
And that makes you not want to use the smart replies.
Yeah, I'll just type it myself. It is helpful for maybe creating your own response for something. Like if you're just like, I don't want to just agree with whatever statement they made, let's add something to it.
Sure,
You can see like, it'll be like a sounds good and then it'll show you like a different response you could give.
So the main camera is better than your old iPhone 13, but you also lost the ultra-wide camera. Have you felt a loss not having ultra-wide?
Yeah, the first video I went to go take, I forgot that it doesn't have 0.5, and I was like, oh, this is terrible. I have to stand much farther away than what I wanted to, mostly to film the skating thing I was doing with And so I was like, oh, get close to the ramp and we'll like just film it over here. Oh wait, it's only got one. I need you to stand 20 feet back.
So you used it a lot in the skateboarding videos.
Yeah.
The ultra wide.
Mostly because that's all the vintage skateboarding styles is 0.5, and it looks cool when you put it in like fisheye and stuff. So
Okay.
not having the 0.5 is like, oh, it's a cool style I like doing.
And the main camera, I know you captured some video. I'm gonna show a side by side. Did you notice any better video in your use case, or do you prefer one over the other for your 13 or 16E?
I don't know if I noticed a whole lot of difference. I'm also not a big camera guy. Maybe the colors were a little bit better when I filmed in the backyard.
Okay.
So I don't know if the 16E actually does have more colors like added to it, but
Sure.
that could be one of the things that I noticed.
Okay. So Apple has its first modem that it has built, the C1. Have you noticed any better or worse performance using cellular data out and about, or phone or anything? I don't know if you've ever used it for a phone, like actually talking as a phone.
I don't call anybody. It's
Yeah. So like
I also
cellular.
don't have smart replies on the cell phone, so you can't really help with
Right.
those.
The iPhone 13 you had was green. This one comes in white or black. You put a case on it anyways, but do you care about the color? Would you wish the 16E had colors?
It's probably the biggest loss of the.
Really?
Yeah. No, not actually, but
Oh, you got me. I didn't know.
the Alpine green, it is nice. I like the clear case with it.
Yeah,
When
yeah.
I had the green leather, it was nice. It's not the biggest deal, but I do wish they did have some kind of variation in the color.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so the big question. You have your iPhone 13. If you had that one brand new out of a box, so you would have the ultra-wide camera and you would have MagSafe, or a 16E new out of the box, which do you think you would prefer?
I think I would take the 13. The Apple Intelligence is a big part of the 16E, and I didn't really use a whole lot of it. Like the Genmoji is cool, but I haven't found like a really good use case for it when I'm texting someone or when I want to use image playgrounds for something. The 13, I really like the camera on it. I don't think I did any slow-mo, so I couldn't tell the difference on that, but
If you could get a new 16E today, or you can actually get a 15 Pro, same storage, 128 gigabytes, it would be refurbished, but you'd have like dynamic island, you'd have 3 cameras, and it'd be fast performance, and you would still have Apple Intelligence with a 15 Pro. That has it too. Would you choose a 15 Pro refurbished or the 16E?
I would probably take the 15 refurbished just
Yeah.
because it does have the 0.5 and then it also has zoom. It also has macro photography, which neither the 13 nor the 16E has.
Right.
And also I think the battery life, it lasts me through a day. That's all I need.
Right.
So
And it has MagSafe, so you
Yes.
could use the MagSafe batteries. So this is the question everyone on the internet has been asking. Who do you think this phone is for?
I think it's probably for your grandpa who doesn't want to upgrade from his iPhone SE.
Well, you have a grandpa that
Yeah.
probably, he has an SE right now, but it's the home button.
Yeah. If you're looking for a better upgrade from your current phone, I would say look for a refurbished 15 Pro.
Well, there you go. You have it there first. So if you have any questions about the 16E, I can send them to Jordan, but leave them in the comments below this video. Subscribe to his channel. I'll put that channel right up here, especially if you're into skateboarding, or just because, just subscribe. And subscribe to this channel if you haven't yet already. And I'll put another video over there. Thank you very much for your service.